Welcome to the podcast from Stress to Success Blueprint, and I'm your host, Lolita Guarin. And today is episode 170. And I'm continuing a conversation about, how stressful it can get when you want to be successful. And obviously, there's so many things that you need to change in your life in order to be successful, and that could be very stressful. And today, I want to specifically talk about time management. You know, one thing that we cannot buy and we cannot replenish is time. Although time itself is an illusion, and this is not the conversation we talk about that. But it is such a thing as we all have the same amount of time, 24 hours a day. So the more you will do, the more time you will need. And I have a lot of my clients who come to me and they say, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. I have business to run. I have plenty kids I need to take care of. There is no way. And even if I tell them you just take 1 minute out of your hour and just sit and relax and do nothing, they can't do it because, well, even that 1 minute, it has so much weight to it. This means our time is the most valuable commodity. So how is that you spending it? There are plenty of things that we need to do in order to be successful. But when do you do that? And a lot of time is really being mismanaged, right? We can say that it's just not being managed the right way. We're wasting so much time. Like, for example, your time wasting, right? Oh, we can watch YouTube forever. We can scroll and scroll and scroll on our phones. We can watch Netflix and we can watch all kinds of movies. It used to be one episode a day. That's all they were showing. Now you can sit 3 weeks in a row and just finish all series they ever made. So, because of this immediate gratification and the possibilities for us in getting that, it can get to the point that we can waste all our time. And I'm not even touching on playing video games. It's like a whole different reality that we can immerse ourselves. But also, I want to ask you now to, that's what I do with all my new clients. Write it down. What is it you do every single day? And by the way, talking about journaling, my journal, stress management journal for adult children alcoholics, just came out on Amazon like 2 weeks ago. And if you like, oh, this is not for me, I don't have anybody in my family. Look, you can use that journal just for regular thing. All the questions in it and the list that I can recommend for you to do it is like for anyone, really. So just doing whatever you want to do, obviously. But I'm inviting you really start thinking about how much time do you spend on your activities that you do every single day. And then you go down the list, and it's good about 10 or 2 weeks, just kind of, and then this is how you can identify those patterns. And then when you already know how much time you spend where, then you can start delegating tasks, then you can stop doing something, then you can, see how long it takes. And the funny thing is like we always think it takes less time, but it always takes longer for a lot of things. Like, oh yeah, it takes me only 30 minutes to get home from work. But did you really pay attention? It's probably more like 48 minutes to come, but you in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start doing this. And then if you assess your timing wrong, everything derails. So what happens is that you already disappointed yourself from the get-go. So always give yourself more time than you think you need. That's one thing. Second thing, if you are really binging on some show or you're doing something, ask yourself like, okay, I'm wasting my time, but what is that I don't want to do? Was it something I'm procrastinating maybe? And if it has to do about procrastination, go check out my other episode that I already did just on that. So, but time management is also doesn't mean that you have to put more things into a day. It means that you still can do a lot of things during your day, but maybe for the shorter time. And we have calendars, we have all kinds of things and apps on our phone. Let's start using it. Let's start using it and start scheduling yourself into that schedule as well. Because if you're not going to take care of yourself, definitely you can get sick at some point. Um, So yeah, those are a few things, and I don't want to start into long conversations because I just realized new pattern of mine. I start talking into 10 minutes or more into my podcast episodes, and I don't want that. I want to stay under 10 minutes. So identify where's your biggest time wasters, and then pay attention why you're wasting that time, because maybe you're procrastinating, maybe you don't want to face something, maybe you have resentment towards something, and what is really, how is this really serving you? And then hire people, delegate, and really just bluntly look at that list and think, I maybe don't even need to do this anymore. Or maybe you can do more efficiently those things that you already need to do this. That will save you a lot of times. For example, I just had a conversation today with one of my friends, and she's thinking about writing a book. I published quite a few of them already. And I told her, I said, don't write nothing in your journal. Like, oh, I have an idea and write it down in a journal. Don't waste your time. Open the Word document, click dictate, and just sit and talk it out, because that is already in there and you can see it and you can edit and you can use that later on something else. That itself is time saver. So think about all the things that you do that you maybe can save it now. And there's plenty of things online. Then you can read on, watch another video about how to save time on different tasks. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not yet already. And I would love to hear from you, and leave me a comment below and tell me what is the one thing, or many things probably, but that you can remember now, or you want to share with us, that saved you a lot of time. What was that you implemented new in your life that give you more time that you can enjoy your life? Can't wait to read it.